Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow. Soul glow.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. If you raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to Monday Night Uncensored, Bills Mafia edition. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313. And by my side is my main man, my toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. Happy Monday to you, brother.
Happy bye-week Monday.
And happy bye-week Monday to all of Bills Mafia out there as well. Though we are no longer on a bye week. The Bills are back in business this weekend coming up. We're back in business as far as practice goes. And you know what I've been forgetting to do? You told me to bring this hat on, so I can tell you. I have many. The expensive $70 hat. So this is it. I don't know if you can see it, but this is
I see it.
The salute hat here. And it is a really nice hat. But yeah, dude, that hat I never wear.
Never spending $70 on a hat.
I know that was a long time ago, 3 years ago, but you can't find. The thing is, you know, these hats are hard. Like that's it. You can't find them.
Yeah.
Like unless I sell this or somebody that happens to have one, you're not going to find it. So that's the thing. But anyways, that's the hat. But yeah, but to be honest with you, most hats now are $35-$40. I mean, you're still. I mean, it's not that far away. You know what I mean? Oh man,
for the price of one.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can go get like a gas station hat that just says Buffalo right, for $10. I don't know if you want to do that, but I don't know. You ever been to gas stations like in your area and it'll say something cheesy like California? God, no. They got them down here. Detroit. It's great.
Which has looked really good tonight.
Yeah, and I picked them to win at home. I know Tampa was a lot of people's, number one ranked, but I think just Detroit has better players. And like I said, they're at home.
What's wild is that defense is the secondary is playing with all backups.
I know, and they're still playing pretty damn well. Now, Mike Evans did leave the game. I knew it was concussion, by the way, right away. He was out. Did you see that play? He was loopy,
said it's his
bro.
Shoulder.
No. They said head and shoulder. But dude, that dude was loopy, bro. Like he looked like he was snoring at first. And it didn't even look that bad. But I think what happened, he caught it, and then when he fell, maybe something happened and he dropped the ball because I think he was just out of it, bro. So yeah, he was, bro. When they took him off the field, he was like, he could barely walk, bro. He was out of it, dude. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with him, but that sucks for that guy.
It's wild what tackling does for you and an aggressive scheme.
Absolutely. Aggressive, trusting your players, getting after the quarterback, having the right players too, obviously.
You're right, Jarek. And Baker's been off. He's been missing
Yeah.
So many wide open guys.
But you know, Baker does this, though. This is why I don't have him on a certain tier. Like, I like him. He's a good quarterback, but he has games like this and big moments where he just kind of like disappears, bro, or makes just bad throws. You know, we've seen this from him. But he's a good quarterback. I still like him. He's just, you know, he has these games, man, where you need him to play, you know, be his best, and he's just not. Like tonight, he needed to be his best, right, to have a chance against Detroit, and he just simply wasn't. And then, of course, obviously, Evans going out, you know, that hurts. That does hurt you. You know what I mean?
He's been doing without Evans most of the year.
No, I know, but I'm saying like having a weapon leave is still tough.
Yeah.
You know, you're missing that weapon.
Okay.
I gotta say, man, the running back for the Lions is so damn good.
He's so fast.
He's so good.
He's so fast.
Yeah,
they have so many weapons.
Yeah,
they have so many weapons.
They got weapons all over. The tight end's electric. They're both running backs are good. Great and good.
The receiver room is awesome.
It's loaded. Yeah, their quarterback, though he's not mobile, if you give him time, he's pretty damn fucking good. You know, like that's a tough out right there. The Lions are a tough team, bro.
Nomad Jackson says, I'm really fearful of the Chiefs are getting red hot and are going to destroy the Bills. Here's the thing. It's a week-to-week league.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And everyone looks good against those really, really bad teams. You know what I mean? And they played a really awful Vegas team last week.
Yeah, no, Vegas is terrible. Yeah. Raiders.
The Chiefs are really good. They're the class of the AFC, and they have been. You know, until the king falls, they are the king. You know what I mean? But like,
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. I'm not going to lie, because the way our defense is playing, that forget about the offense. I think the offense will figure it out. I don't know what we usually do, right? We'll do some tinkering, maybe get a trader, whatever happens. But our defense has to get better soon, because we have lost to subpar offenses. Look at Atlanta last night against San Francisco. They scored 10 points. They struggled, right? I mean, that's what
they struggled in the second half against us.
I know, but they still scored 24 total though,
because they lit us up in the first half,
right? And they had 180 on the ground. We're getting 5.7 yards per run against us. Unacceptable.
There's tail two halves on their offense.
Either way, Mikey, my point is you can't compare Atlanta offense to the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to dink and dunk. Those receivers that are super fast are going to shred Trey White up, shred him. They got so many options.
Oh yeah,
to go to. Like, if we have Trey out there, we are royally fucked. And you know who's going to take advantage of that? Fucking the Chiefs offensive coordinator, Andy fucking Reid, right? Like, they are going to attack the shit out of that side of the field. So yeah, I'm a little concerned if we don't fix shit by, and that's in 2 weeks, right? We got the Panthers and the Chiefs. So, and then it's crazy this upcoming game, Mikey, against a team that's been running the ball well, right? Something that we haven't been able to stop lately. So
yeah, it looks like it's gonna be the red rifle too.
And the red, right. And it doesn't matter who's out there at quarterback. It seems like we make them all look pretty damn good. So don't get like caught up and back up old Andy Dalton. Like, Andy Dalton might go for 2 something against us.
Go for 4.
Right. Yeah. I'm being nice. 2 something. What am I talking about?
He's gonna run for 60.
Right. Yeah. A 50-yard scramble.
You know, on 4th and 17, he's gonna run for freaking 29.
And you know what? I wouldn't be shocked. Like, I'd be like, no, yeah.
It is, it is what it
is.
Yeah,
it is.
Like, listen, it's still, it's a week-to-week league.
It is. I know.
The Chiefs are getting healthier.
They are.
Interested
really
to see. Yep, interested to see what Hoyt and Ogunjobi bring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is interesting. Very interesting. But I expect them to be slowly.
Can't be worse than our practice squad guys that we've been having play.
No, you're right. I just don't know how much. I'm very curious how much your snap count will be. Maybe they'll evaluate them while they're on the field and determine it there. You know what I mean? Because if Hoyt's flying all over the place, making plays, you can't take him out, right? You got to have a higher snap count, right? Rotation wise. So we'll see what happens. We'll see, that Carolina game is going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Marino's. It goes back to my take from last week. I think it's a scheme thing. I don't understand why we don't use Shakir like the Lions use St. Brown. I don't understand why we don't use Cook the way the Lions use Gibbs.
Yeah,
like, we don't throw Cook the ball at all anymore.
No, we went away from. We don't even throw Ty Johnson the ball anymore. I mean, we went away from a lot of things. Like I got to talking to Jarek a little bit today, and I was telling him, look, man, because he's been talking about Allen a little bit, and I'll agree. Look, at the end of the day, here's how I see it, Mike, and you can tell me how you see it. But end of the day, I feel like everybody in that locker room, including the coaches, all need to look at themselves in the mirror and ask themselves, can I do a better job? Right? Clearly, I think everyone needs to do a better job, right? Including Josh Allen, right? He hasn't been perfect. I get that. I'm not like saying, oh, he's been excellent. Like it's all everyone else's fault. Like I'm not saying that at all. Like he's made mistakes clearly. But at the end of the day, look, man, here's my fear. My fear is that Joe Brady is not understanding the talent he has in that room, the receiver room and the tight ends, right? And even the running backs, right? He's in charge of all that. So he's not scheming things up to best suit them, right? And what their strengths are, right? So if he can't do that correctly, we're going to be in this funk, right? And that's my real concern moving forward, is that he just doesn't understand the players that he has and their strengths, and he's just not utilizing them on the field. Like I see plays that we do that work, and then he goes away from it, and we don't see it for weeks or at all again. Like you said, James Cook being on the field as a receiver, like that's shown, it's proven, it's worked. He's good. He has good hand. Like there's no reason why he shouldn't be out there. Yet he's not, right? And he's so adamant about putting Ty Johnson out on third down. He said it recently. Okay, if you're having him on third down, then why don't you use him in the passing game? He's shown you that he can be effective, yet we don't do it. So I do think, we have enough talent to be better as far as receivers. I don't think our receiver room is trash. I just feel like the guy that's running it can't make them better, right? He's not putting them in better positions to improve themselves or look better on the field. So in our eyes, people on the outside, yeah, they're trash, right? They're playing like trash, but it's really, I think, a mixture of everything, and probably more so on Brady than even the receivers or tight ends or running backs. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think part of it also is we are a super undisciplined team. And we're constantly getting behind the chains because of stupid false starts or unnecessary holding or any one of those. Like we'll get a splash play, offense or defense.
Yeah.
And we'll get it wiped away because of a dumb penalty. Can't line up right. Illegal motion, false start, something just freaking super dumb that is unnecessary. It's just a detail thing for a team that prides itself on being detail oriented and trust the process and all those other cliche bullshit that we hear coming out of it. We are so undisciplined. We can't tackle. We're undisciplined. And when we don't stay ahead of the sticks, and this is where I think the whole Josh Allen thing comes in, because he starts getting frustrated and he starts forcing it and pushing it and trying to be reverting back to trying to play Superman ball because the guys around him are failing. Now, does he miss blitz pickups? Yes. But I've watched that, I watched this weekend with the same kind of eye I watched the Bills, and I watched Mahomes miss them. I've watched, Stafford miss him. I've watched, the legends miss him. So I think I'm harder on Josh because he's you've
seen it. You expect him.
I expect him to do those things. But good God, I watched a lot of really clean football this weekend, and I watched really bad football this weekend. But Jesus, the Bills shoot themselves in the foot over and over and over, and it's just disappointing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do want to mention something too, and maybe get your kind of thought on this too. So, and this is not to any one individual. This is just in general. Like when people like evaluate film, or when they show clips of saying guys wide open, like how could he miss them? One, we don't know the first read. We have no idea what the play call was. One, who the ball was supposed to go to in the first initial read, who the second read was, the third read, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yes, it's so easy for us to look at a film, pause it, and go, fuck, Curtis Samuel's wide the fuck open. How did Josh miss him? Curtis Samuel could have been the third option. I have no idea. Nobody really knows what the first read was. By the time Allen maybe went through his progressions, the pocket collapsed. Who knows what went down in the course of that whole series? Now, I'm not saying Allen's perfect, or maybe that was his read and he totally botched it, or maybe he got out of the pocket way too early and should have stayed in the pocket. Sure, there is incidents where Allen could have stayed in the pocket maybe a little longer. He would have saw that read, went to it. Yes, I agree with that, but that's not always the case. So I don't like that always when we're like, guys wide open. How could he? We don't know. We don't have no idea what the play was called, what play call was given, and what the first read or second read was. So that's all I'm going to say on that. And I know it sucks when you see a guy wide open, but trust me, guys, if he was the initial read or even the second in the play, Allen more than likely is going to see him and go to him. Like, yeah, I know sometimes he misses, but I'm just saying he's not perfect either, Mikey. Yeah. So it's going to be plays he misses. Yeah.
It's that, and depending on what's happening, Josh comes off the read earlier.
Correct.
Because of what's been going on in the game plan and the pressure, or he's coming off earlier, looking closer for the check down. Because there was a few times if he just would have waited another, tick, he may have uncleared, but he had already moved on. Maybe our receiver needs to speed his route up a little bit. Maybe maybe the blockers need to block a little bit longer. Josh isn't trusting what he's seeing in front of him, and that's part of the problem.
I agree. Or maybe Joe Brady needs to be more aware of in-game adjustments and go, hey, whoa, wait a minute here. The Falcons are really playing this physical man, and they're being aggressive. They're rushing. They're going after Josh a lot here. They're bringing a blitz. Okay, let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's run a quick slant. Let's run a quick out. Anything to get them to stop playing that style of defense. And okay, now we can't play because now they're getting rid of the ball quicker. Any of that. And I don't see that. It's just guys running that. The route schemes are all bad. It doesn't make sense. So here's my problem with the receivers is they don't create early separation. I think people are getting confused when I say separation. Early separation and routes are totally different. If a guy breaks open in early separation and Josh is under pressure, he can get rid of that. He knows the receiver's open. It's quick separation. We don't have that right now, and that's what I think we need. If Joe Brady doesn't fix this, he could easily fix it, Mikey. He can, right? I don't think we necessarily need a receiver if Joe Brady could dial it up better, understand what he has, and that's it. But I just don't know if he can. And that's my problem, and that's why I think we need a guy that doesn't need Brady scheming him up, can go out there and just beat his one-on-ones, and that's it. I'm not saying that'll improve everything, but
15 yards downfield doesn't help when they're sending 6 guys at you. And
I'm talking about early separation. If Josh needs to get rid of the ball quick,
what I'm saying
maybe that guy, yeah.
It doesn't matter how quick. If he's running a 15-yard a dig,
yeah.
He's not, it doesn't matter how quick it is. It takes him 15 yards still to get there. And if they're running a 6-man pressure like the Falcons did, Josh will never go to that guy because he's 15 yards downfield.
He doesn't need to be. Why does it need to be 15 yards? You can run a slant.
If that's the play call.
That's no, I know, but that's that's what I'm saying. But Brady also has to.
I get that.
I get what you're saying. My counterpoint was if the guy beats his man. True. Yeah. I understand that. That I get. And I don't know what to tell you. Like I understand that. You're right. You're right on that too. But I want to say this though. Let's say Brady does that. Who can? Like my thing is that's another issue, and I'm not saying they can't because I've seen Keon Coleman run some slants, some crossers, and get open. We've seen. Matter of fact, we don't see it a lot. Like I don't see it enough, and I need to see that more. And maybe you're right. Maybe Keon can, because I've seen it. Maybe Elijah Moore with the speed can, and we've seen him do a crosser and get yak, right? So maybe you're right in that sense. I agree with you, but I still think we need a better man-to-man receiver that could that can create that better separation early in the route. Maybe Josh will go deeper, because I do see some quarterbacks where they just let it go on blitzes, and the guys creates enough separation to catch it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's all the time will work, but
I would love it.
Yeah.
We talked about it this weekend. Watching Chris Olave. I would love to see Chris Olave in a Buffalo Bills uniform.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be weird. By the way, to anyone think about AJ Brown, that ship has sailed.
It was never a ship.
I know, but it's eventually. Let's just say it officially sailed, right? Like if there was any type of they shut that quickly down. Like the way he was impressive Sunday, right? So there's no issues there. Just people like to create noise. But we have to go with it sometimes, right? But he's not one of them. But there is names out there, right? That's going to be available. There's going to be sellers. Look at the Dolphins. By the way, this over the weekend. Woo! The Dolphins got thrashed, Mikey. I don't know if we talked about that, but my God, dude, like, how do you lose that bad to the Browns? I mean, I know the Browns are a feisty team, but
they just
man,
them and the Jets. Did you watch the Jets too?
They're so bad.
They
are so bad. They also benched their quarterback. Both teams benched their quarterback. Tua got benched and Fields got benched.
Tua was announced today that he's starting Monday against the Falcons.
You figured that. Yeah, I didn't think that was long term, but Fields may be benched. Yeah. I'm curious about that.
I think Tyrod's better.
He is better. He gives them a way better shot at winning a game. But I don't know if they
without Garrett Wilson, they ain't got shit at receiver.
No, they got nothing, dude. But still, just we talk about like how hard it is to go undefeated. It's very hard not to win a game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's only 3 teams that done it. That's winless, right? Like, there's going to be a game they should win or 2, right? You know what I mean? Like, if they go 0-17, Mikey, they join a very short list of teams that went winless. Like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, this Jarrett Kimmon said the Falcons disguise man looks, but mostly were in zone. That's what the disconnect with Allen, because he got fooled by overload and fire zones. Sure. I think if you go back and watch our 2 scoring drives, it was a lot of stuff of quick hitters out of the backfield, crossers. Mm-hmm. We went away from that. The second that worked, we stopped doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
And we never went back to it. So,
it's sorry, Mikey, go ahead.
I would say, so at the end of the day, yes, sure, Allen got fooled. I don't put that all on Allen, though, because there was a lot of times Allen threw to where it was supposed to go, and his freaking receiver didn't read it the same way, and he was running, and Allen threw it to an empty spot.
Well, that's what I mean, too, about certain receivers. But I'll say this. It's really weird how Joe Brady, this year, his first series and seconds, the first series of each half is crisp and clean. Like, they look really good, and everything that we talk about that we want to see, he throws at us, and we're like, all right, wow, really nice. And then it goes away. It's the oddest thing, Mikey. I really don't understand it. Like, why would you go away from things that are working? I get if the defense adjusts, fine. But that's not the case, because he does it again in the beginning of the second half, and it works. So it makes no sense. So, like, I just don't get why Brady, like, I don't understand. It's mind-boggling, because it's like, dude, why are you James Cook is going good, right? You've been running him for the first 4 games successfully, and then now you want to limit his carries, you want to get him off the field. And I'm like, it's just
limit his carries, but don't pull him off the field in the fourth quarter when you're down. And when you need your best play, when your second best playmaker.
Exactly.
You want to limit his carries in the second and third quarter. Fine.
Still don't. Yeah, still. I don't. Look what they did McCaffrey the other night, by the way. With 20-something carries. The guy's injury prone.
All year long, they've been feeding McCaffrey.
Yeah, they have no problems, right? Like, we got this guy, he barely has any tread on who has a lot of tread. Sorry, it's a lot of tread on the tire, right? We barely used him since we had him. Use that motherfucker. He don't mind. Get him out there, because right now we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, I don't understand the, like I get Shakir's good in the slot, but Shakir can play outside. Why don't we move some guys around and give guys different looks?
We don't do it on
Jared's
defense
talking
either.
about here. Like
I don't even do it on defense.
I know.
I don't know.
It's very
crazy.
standard. It's like, okay, this guy's here, and that's all they do. Like there's no change up to it. It's
nothing.
Wild.
Nothing. It's very there. It's like almost like Mikey. It's almost like they're set. Like this is how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. Like no change. This is what we said, and this is how it's going to go. You know what I mean? Like it's like, bro, guys, you got to get a little bit more creative and start moving guys around, and it's okay. I mean, like this is not a unusual thing. This is across the NFL. Like the top offenses, this is what they do. They make shit up, and you know what I mean. It's okay. Like Keon Coleman's okay to go in the slot once in a while. Like you're not hurt. Shakir can go as a perimeter. It's fine. Like he has the speed. He's done it in college. Like I don't understand why he doesn't mix it up. Like neither does the defense. Though we're the same on defense, and that could be a McDermott thing. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if McDermott's just has his hands in both offense and defense, and he's saying, "Hey, this is what I want. Don't do it any other way." Very possible. I'm just throwing that out there too. I don't know, but he'll be quick to throw them under the bus.
Jerk's right. Always. The receivers are not good in identifying spacing. He's not wrong. Like our guys struggle identifying spacing. Like you watched. I don't know. Did you watch the Chiefs game this weekend?
I watched Red Zone, so
and constantly sit down in vacant spots and catch the ball and take off running. It was wild. Dude's been gone for like a freaking year. Walks right back on the field and understands the spacing and just sits down. None of our guys do that. They just run right in. Like last week, Shavers, Josh threw it behind him, and everyone's like pissed that Josh missed him. But if you watch that play, Josh was expecting him to sit down so he doesn't run into coverage, and he just kept running right into coverage.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
That's lack of experience for him. So I'll kind of give him a pass there. But
I watched Shakir do.
No, I know. I'm talking about him. But the rest, you're right. There's zero excuse. Like I'm 100% with you on that. So that's bad. But you know what though? That falls on position coaches, Mikey. Like, why aren't the position? If we see it, Jared sees it, you see it, I see it, a lot of people see it. Why don't the coaching staff sees it? Like a lot of things we talk about. And once again, I'm not saying like we're the gurus or we're or we're like these geniuses, but if everyone sees it that same way, almost the majority of people, right? Especially in the podcast game or people that cover the Bills, why aren't the guys that are in charge see it? Like I don't get it. Like that's the part that's frustrating.
They break down every play, and that's what I don't understand.
Right.
How do they not see the two drives that worked, what they did, and not figure out, okay, we need to continue doing this?
I don't know. Matter of fact, Mikey, they have fucking tablets in the game.
Yeah.
That they can see what the fuck is good. The players have them. The coaching staff has them.
Did you watch the Niners game last night? Because they did exactly.
Yes, I did.
They did exactly what we did on our two scoring drives. A lot of dump downs right out of the backfield when they ran that fire blitz or fire zone blitz, and they just kept getting to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey would get 7-8 yards every freaking time. Bang, bang.
Yeah,
bang.
They took the short stuff. They took
over and over and over, and the Bills just never adjusted to that.
Never did.
Even when it worked for us and we scored touchdowns, we still didn't adjust to it.
Nope. So that once again, that goes back to McDermott and Brady and even the coaching when things break down on defense, like when a team is scorching us on the run, we still got guys out of position. We still are running the same
15 yards
scheme,
off the ball,
15 yards back. Yeah, like you don't. I just don't get it. It's like, and that's, by the way, that whole soft zone cushion defense. We've been running that for years, and I saw somebody, I don't know where it was, like we used to be a top 5 defense. Let me tell you guys, we were a top 5 defense because one, we had the players that could kind of fit the scheme, right? Those guys worked, thank God at that time. Poyer and Hyde were great. We all knew this. They were the best duo.
They were erasers. They erased
exactly.
Mistakes.
They erased mistakes. So, and we also had guys in here, that were a little better on the line. Like everybody, it was communication was key. When Milano was healthy, and you had Terrell Edmonds back there, Tremaine Edmonds, sorry. Everybody was on key. Everybody knew where to be. There was no miscommunication. We could kind of get away with that soft zone because everyone stayed in their lanes. Like the bend don't break worked for that team. It doesn't work here. The players aren't there yet, and I don't think McDermott's not adjusting well, or they're not coaching them up well. I don't know, or they're not the right guys.
I'll be honest.
That certainly isn't.
Defense might be too complicated because they're still talking and communicating as the ball snapped. I watch every week. Bernard or whoever the linebacker is calling the plays, sometimes with his back turned to the quarterback when the ball snapped because he's still communicating. Why the fuck does it take that long to communicate?
Because you got new guys back there that's still.
But even the call's the call.
I get it, but clearly somebody's not seeing it right.
That many checks in your defense. How about you simplify your defense?
They should. I agree. I gotta say too. Listen, we a lot of people had shit to say about Leslie Frazier. I'd take him back right now. If you want to talk about when our defense was top 5, guess who was our DC at that time? Leslie Frazier was here, bro. So I hate to break it to you guys, but Leslie Frazier had our team when we talk about the top 5 defense that we had here. Now, granted, we had the better players, but Leslie Frazier was a good he's a good DC, right? And we kind of good teacher as well. You're right. And the defense players respected him. He understood. He knew how to get with the players. Man, remember Vaughn loved him. Like they all loved him, man. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah. I'll be honest. We just don't have. Mr. Fulton, the most interesting man in chat, always wants to talk about the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts. Yeah, it's not a cold show, but I'll tell you what, man. Fresh start, good for him. How about that? He's capitalizing off it. Yeah,
playing
absolutely.
Well. I mean, the run game leads that
True.
whole
yes,
offense.
Absolutely.
But Daniel Jones is playing his role. He's playing his role really freaking well.
Perfectly. Yeah.
When they need him to make the throws, he's making them.
Yep. That's a tough team, by the way. That I watched that team again this weekend. They're good defensively. And offensively, they are clicking right now. Will that slow down? Maybe, but
Lou Anarumo leaves Cincinnati because he's the scapegoat, goes up to Indy and completely turns them around in one offseason.
I forgot about that. You're right. Look at that. Look how funny how things work out for you. And look at the Bengals now. Though I will say the Bengals offensively still are dangerous. But defensively you can put points on. And Higgins and all their other guys, but they got weapons. That's the thing.
Listen, the Jalen Ramsey's overrated. It is what it is. He's always been a little bit overrated to me. And to put him one-on-one with Chase, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, he was right.
You just cooked him over and over and over. Like
it's an older Ramsey too, though. He's not in his prime anymore.
But even a younger Ramsey, like year 1 and 2, really good. After that traded to the Rams, he wasn't the same Ramsey.
He was good, but he wasn't the same. You're right. He wasn't great. I think he was staying in that line of being
living off of the name of his first few years.
Yeah, maybe so. I still think he's a good. I would take him. You know what I mean? Over what we got, I'd take him in a heartbeat. Just saying.
And that's wild.
What we got.
That's a wild comment. Jerk says the biggest issue you have is you have too many man beaters because none of them can beat man, and we have nothing but man beaters. Like nobody that knows how to really feel zone.
No,
it's wild.
You don't have any man beaters here. That's just that. Those are facts.
But that's technically what their game is. They're not zone receivers. They're supposed to be man beaters.
Yeah. No,
they're not winning either one, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah. I was talking about who was I talking to? Or I know on I forget who I was talking about. Gabe Davis. I forget who, but I'll say this. If we do bring up Gabe, and I know a lot of people are going to oh God, but Gabe Davis, say what you want, but at least he, if you want to talk about big plays, we haven't had a big play downfield in a I mean, I can't tell you the lie. At least that guy had his moments. I don't know if a receiver here in the past 2 years has had big moments. Now, mind you, Gabe was inconsistent, but we still haven't had a guy like absolutely. I'm just saying, throughout the course of a season, have like 200-yard game, then silent, and then 175-yard game, like 4 games later. Like, you know what I mean? That's where Gabe had his moments, but it was our problem was inconsistency, right? Mm-hmm. So it would be 100-yard, 150, and then it would be 35,
or
25,
nothing.
Or zero. And
zero.
And then 200, right? Like 185. But like I said, at this point, I'll take the inconsistency. The third game, you give me 200. Like, I need something. We just don't have. I don't know. I mean, Shakir might be the closest thing to the
Walter
consistency. I mean, like, as far as like, if we throw him, what is he saying? What do you?
It says, at what point do you need more from your wide receivers than Yak? The last 2 seasons, 70% of Shakir's production is from Yak. That's back level of yards per catch. It's not a good thing. Here's also the problem. Look at the fucking routes they're making him run.
Right.
All they're asking him to do is yak.
Right. Exactly. They're not giving him the greatest route tree. They're not giving anyone really the greatest route tree. Like, my fear is this, guys, when we talk about certain players on this team, and we talk about Dalton Kincaid, and everyone's like, oh, he could be a buzz. He may not be. I fear like Kincaid is one of those guys that will leave here and go and blossom and be like one of the better tight ends in the league because he has skill, guys. Like, he wasn't a projected top 15 tight end, top 20 coming out for no reason. The dude is good. Like, we just don't utilize him. The route tree is so basic for him. It's crazy. Like, we don't put him in better predicaments to succeed. Like, none of these guys, right? Like, I keep talking, like, we've seen, for instance, I'll bring up Elijah Moore, let's say. Elijah Moore actually had decent seasons in the NFL.
Last year, he had a good one in Cincinnati. Or
right.
Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
What? So he just comes here, he sucks ass. Right? like it doesn't make sense. Like, we get a college guy, tight end, Dalton Kincaid, who's one of the best, and he just comes here, he's just, now he can't run route. Like, we can't get him over. Like, it doesn't make sense, guys. That's why it is a Brady thing. It is a scheme thing, right? I do believe Moore could be way better than he's showing. We just don't utilize him. We don't scheme it up for him, right? Keon Coleman, I feel, can be better, and we don't do things with him, certain things that we just go away from. So I don't think it's total trash. I've seen better. Matter of fact, even Palmer has had better seasons. Like, we've seen this. And he just comes here, he's trash. Like, it doesn't make sense, folks. That's why I feel like some of these guys can leave and be better. Go ahead.
Yeah, Weston, I don't know if he needs to apologize to WGR. I think he needs to walk into the offensive coordinator's office and smack the shit out of him a little bit. Maybe walk into McDermott's office and smack the shit out of him a little bit and say, get your head out of your ass.
Right.
Like, we've seen the Bills' offense be good and consistent.
Yeah.
And every year about this time, we go through this lull, and then they come out of it, and then they go on a run, and then they fucking choke in the playoffs.
Right. I'll say this about Bean. Also, too, and Mikey's right. He does. Now, it's not his job, though. It's not his job to do it. It's McDermott's job, and he's just, I don't know what the fuck McDermott's doing. But I'll say this about Bean. He also needs to realize when he's made mistakes or when he's maybe, the players he signed aren't working out, and you maybe need to figure out something different, right? Instead of just going, hey, that's the guy I signed, we're just going to stick with it. It just, like, you have to own up to your mistakes at times, right? Everybody does, right? Once again, I think the whole team needs to look at themselves in the mirror and go, what can I do to be better, right? That's coaching staff, that's Brandon Bean, it's everybody. This team isn't trash, guys. We're a good team. We're just not, like, right now, things are just not right. Like, things are just kind of fucked up. Like, but it can be corrected. We've corrected it before, right? We all know this. But like Mikey said, it's we can correct it, but can we correct it in the playoffs when it counts the most? And that part, if we're going on past history, the answer is no. So we'll see. But right now, we're living in the now, and the now is we got to correct shit. We got to fix shit, and so does Brandon Bean. If that means go out and find different talent to replace the shitty talent that you sign. It is what it is. Figure out the cap, make it work.
Is it shitty
talent,
or is it shitty scheme?
Well, it could be a combination. I said that before, right? So I'm not going to, I think I do think it's sometimes a little bit of a combination. I think some of the players are not working out. Like Trey White, let's be real, right? He is what he is. You know what I mean? I'm not calling him shitty, but is he a CB2, Mike? You know what I'm saying?
Like he should be.
But that's a bad,
he's a great depth piece. He's a great guy to come in case of an injury to get you through a game and maybe a spot start. You don't want him as your primary CB2 at this point.
Correct. So that's when you need to, like, and then really, honestly, that's also up to Sean McDermott and defense, right? Bobby Babich and whoever, the CB coach, to go to Brandon Beane. I'm sure they have these talks, especially during the bye week, and go, hey, what are we going to do about this? Like right now, man, we're in, going into week 8. This is the best we're going to get out of Trey. We probably need to figure this out because Harrison's now, his window's open, by the way, but it's still going to take some time. Who's available, Brandon? Can you find somebody? Like, that's the honest talk I want to hear from my coaches. Hey, it's just, we need to explore other options. I'll take it. I'll accept that. Never going to hear it. Too loyal. Too loyal.
Marina's Legacy comes in and says, Gabe hate makes zero sense. Dude answered the bell in a massive way. Maybe not the greatest, or maybe the greatest players game ever in Bills history. Not saying he's great, but I love Gabe. I love Gabe too. My issue with Gabe really fell down to the last season and his inability. So I don't know what happened between him and Josh. All of a sudden, they did not see the field the same way.
That was weird. Yeah. And maybe that was also when it started happening, maybe frustrations too. Also didn't help, right? When they started to make those, being on the different page and him going one way. And I'll be honest with you, that when a couple of those plays where Josh is basically on the move, right? And it's kind of more about your receiver knowing where you want to be, right? Like that's not a play that's drawn up, Mikey, right? That's just, hey, you know me by now. We played together for a long time. You know where I want you to go. And normally, right, they're on the same page because they got that down. They've been, and it was just odd that season. You're right. Like
he would give him a 50-50 ball and Gabe wouldn't even try to jump.
But there, I think that's the frustration maybe out of the offense change. Who knows? Yeah. I'm just saying, but I've seen Gabe and him connect no problems on the same page. So Marino's Legacy, you are 1,000% right.
Like, I don't have hate for him either. I really don't.
I do not. My
issue was his inconsistency. That was my biggest issue with Gabe. He was a hit for a 4th round pick.
Absolutely. And you know what? Let's be fair too. The coaching staff put him at the 2. He was probably never a 2. He probably was a really solid 3, and maybe a 2 if you need it. Yeah, and a 2 if you need, let's say, an injury. He has to be the 2 for a couple. Fine. But he was an excellent 3. I think a really good 3, and fine, Mikey, excellent 4, whatever. But he was always, he had some games. When you needed him, he did have some great games. And if we go back to that game where he set that record, we needed somebody at that game. We need somebody to get open. And they were doubling Diggs, whatever was going on, and Sanders, he was the guy. And you know what? He could have dropped passes. He could have went wrong route. He could have done anything in that game, but he didn't. He did the right thing. So I'll take that right now. And yes, Mikey's right. He's a 4th round draft pick. And by the way, on a rookie deal, we never paid the guy. He left. Like, what are we bitching? Who's bitching about the guy? Like, I don't even get it. Like, no one's claiming he's, if
anything,
number 1.
Be mad at McDermott and Bean for not putting more receiver assets in that room and just assuming he was going to be the wide receiver too.
Right. Yep. I think following that game, they got a little bit hyped up, and they drank the juice a little bit, right? And I get it.
Kansas was gone, Bees was gone,
right?
Like that whole receiving court, and it was Diggs and Davis, and then it was a bunch of dollar bins.
And you know what they thought? I don't have to spend money on a receiver. I don't need to draft a receiver. But that's not how you do it, folks. You still need a draft receiver. You should still get competition in there, right? And you're right.
Every year they draft receivers every single year, just so they can hit on one.
Exactly. What's the problem? So what? You're 4th, 5th, 6th. Who gives a fuck? so late. You got multiple picks.
You should draft one in the day 1 or day 2 every year.
Absolutely.
You have 3 picks in the first 3 rounds. You should draft at least one of those as a receiver.
Absolutely.
And then grab another one late, especially because we have 27 freaking day 3 picks every year.
Yeah. Yep. You know what I don't get either? Here's another problem I got with this team. And why some people are like, I get a little upset when I talk about like we should get a receiver, whatever, help Allen out. I feel like this team, since Josh Allen pretty much early on, they got him to help with Diggs and Brown and Cole Beasley and Diggs. Fine. But after that, after the Diggs, it was almost like they said, okay, that's good enough. We already did you that solid. Now we're just going to concentrate on just the defense, free agents, drafting. And I kind of feel like they're doing him such a disservice by going, he doesn't need talent around him, really. He's good enough, right? He's this great quarterback. We could just supply him with okay stuff, and then we'll worry about this other. And that's McDermott, right? Like, and it's not okay. Like, what quarterback, like, put it this way, the top quarterbacks out there, right? The big guy, they all got some kind of weapon, bro. They all got some sort of help, bro.
Okay.
You have to have that. Like, you cannot just, like, that's a disservice to your quarterback, is what I'm saying. You can't just go, agree. Hey, you're good enough. You should be able to work with what we
you have
give
a top 3 offense because you are doing everything. But let's go there's 2 examples I can give you right now. Look at Seattle. They had DK and Lockett. They drafted JSN. JSN's now their leader and looks like he's going to be a star.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay had Evans and Godwin getting up in age, so they went out and drafted Mbuka. And Mbuka looks like he's going to be a star.
Yeah. But we didn't do that.
No, we traded back. We traded back. Rather than going up and getting a Brian Thomas,
right,
or trying to get up higher to get another elite receiver, we traded back and took Keon Coleman.
But my point is, even when we had Diggs, though, Mikey,
but Keon wasn't the route runner that those guys.
He was not. He was a project receiver. They knew this.
What the Bills do. They take projects.
And that's what the Bills do. But my thing is this, though, Mikey. A correct way of building things is going. When we had Diggs, they should have still been adding to the room. Yeah. Why would you stop? Like, that's my point about the Gabe Davis thing. They got lucky with Gabe. They felt like, holy shit, we found this guy in the 4th. Wow, look at the game he had in the playoffs. Bro, there's our second. We're good. We're fucking great, right? and then they just ignored it, right? Let's go right back to the defense and let's just get one-year guys.
The guys didn't do shit.
Exactly.
They didn't go into the trenches.
That's my problem. So it's not like you bolstered a defense that was great, Mikey. You get what I mean? Like, if that happened, Mikey, let's say that did work out. Let's say our defense was so fucking great because they concentrated on the defense, and this defense is an elite defense. Okay, I'd be like, okay, at least it worked out, right? At least our defense is fucking great, right? Like, we're giving up hardly any points again. But Mikey, you just said it best.
We're undersized. Undersized with guys who constantly get hurt. Like, are they talented players? Yes. I don't want to say they're not talented because we do have really talented players on this defense, but they're all undersized and get hurt, and they constantly miss games, and we don't have the depth to withstand it. I do want to hit Paul's question.
Go ahead.
Or comment here. It says the league caught up with our scheme, and we got to get under the cap control. It hurts because we had to eat money for Diggs. It's not just Diggs that we had to eat money for. We ate that last year and we're good. This year we're eating bonds, 15.2.
Rum.
We're just constantly eating freaking cap space for these failed
Mikey,
freaking veterans.
People are eating. Everybody eats. It's true.
Stephon Diggs and Vaughn are eating the shit in someone else's organization.
Bro, they're at the fucking buffet, bro. Non-stop, baby. We're going to be the best.
Jarek, I'm with you on this. Shakir is being underutilized too. He used to be used as an intermediate deep receiver. Now it's just yak routes. I would agree 100%. He also has 4.3 speed. People forget that. The dude's fast.
He's very fast.
But he's not used that way.
No, he's not. He's not. Yeah,
Coleman looked
everybody's
like a
got
monster
to eat.
at Florida State because he ran digs and slants and go balls. All
Right.
things he's not asked to do today. He runs stop and outs and like things that our offense just constantly loves, and I don't get why.
Yeah, yeah.
Crossers,
And that's crossers, slants.
slants,
Yes.
like
Like
that's
for
what the
me,
NFL is, but we don't run them.
we don't. And for him, for Coleman especially, guys, go back to the early part of the year, like in the for when we use Coleman on some slants. He is so good with those because he's such a big-bodied receiver that he shadows his DB, and he's tough to tackle because he's a bigger receiver. Those plays work. The yak that he gets after is great. Like there should be no reason to go away from that. I don't get it. So like once again, my fear, Mikey, is these guys leaving and then playing like not even fear, just going, yeah, you see, like guy leaves and they weren't so shitty. Yeah, they weren't total trash. Right? Like, look how they, I keep going back to the McKenzie thing because it's a fact. McKenzie is not even, listen, McKenzie left here and maybe guys didn't know how to use him, right? But Dable, who's an offensive-minded guy, very good, creative, went, hey, I got a guy with 4.3, 4.4 speed, really fast. What can I do with this guy? He's on the team. Okay, we can stuff him on the practice squad, but what's that going to do for us? Let's use him on the offense for his speed, right? Let's make him a gadget / receiver. Let's get him on some quick outs. Let's get him on some pop pass. Let's just, he doesn't have to be all in the field all the time, but he's a threat when he's out there because of his speed. We've had guys on this team that could do the same, if not better. Matter of fact, they've had better seasons. Hamler and Denver had better seasons. Elijah Moore, but we're not doing that. We do nothing like that. So that is on Brady, 100%. If Dable was here, I promise you, Mikey, those guys would be way more effective.
I don't know. I'm watching Dable regress too.
Yes, but he's also the head coach now. He's not so much the OC where he's just concentrating on OC. You get what I'm saying? Like that's where
But if we're gonna kill McDermott for his defensive
McDermott's
scheme,
not a true.
I need to kill Dayball for his offensive scheme because his offensive scheme has been bad until
they've been better
recently.
They've been better with the other quarterback though. You got to give him that. Yep. And he's a young quarterback, so I'm just throwing that out there too. You know what I mean? And let's not listen. McDermott chose Babby Babish for a reason. Like he could have went out and got a proper DC.
There's a reason why he doesn't go out and get a lot of proper DCs. Don't want to come coach for McDermott either because McDermott is stuck in his way. It's his defense. He wants it his way.
Right.
Like Lou Anarumo walking in here and running a Lou Anarumo defense isn't going to happen. You're going to run a Sean McDermott defense.
Correct. And why would he want to do that?
Will Ryan Nielsen help the players at a position to learn techniques and stuff? Yes, and you've seen that. Is he going to change the defense? No, because you can't change something that the head coach doesn't want changed. His fundamental scheme is his fundamental scheme. Right.
And listen, too, that's the other thing with positional coaches. Like, why do you think we keep promoting within? Like, dude, the word is going to get out. Like, guys that are leaving here, like Leslie Frazier and our receivers coach, was it Chad Kelly, whatever his name was? They talk, right? Chad Hall, sorry. They talk. Like, guys around the league know each other, right? And I promise you, the word is out on McDermott and what he expects, and Dable too, by the way, and what he expects from the coaches, how he's like with his coaches. Bro, ain't nobody coming here like I'm talking about like a DC or OC, like, and it won't happen anyways because McDermott, like Mikey said, wants that control. He doesn't want the change, and you're going to have to do it his way, and that's it. And Bobby Babbage is going to be a easy out, bro. He's going to fire him, and it's going to be the next man up, bro. Whoever's in the organization, it's not going to be anybody outside. So we could scratch that, thinking if there's going to be anybody coming here to take over the DC, it's going to be Nielsen. Like I almost think it's going to be Nielsen. Like that's the next man up.
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't, as Jarek says, I know McDermott said he didn't take over play calling. That defense fundamentally changed in the second half of that game. Last week, they held them to 3 points. Like they fundamentally made some changes. I don't know if it was McDermott calling the plays or they had someone else calling the plays or they decided to take off the shackles and start getting aggressive. Whatever they did, it changed.
And don't be shocked if he did. He's done it multiple times. And once again, if that works, I'm just throwing this out there. If that actually was the case, we don't know that. But if that was, then at this point, I'd rather him just do both then. Fuck it. Start calling defense. Start calling defense. You did it the year before. So it's not a big deal. Like you can do it again, right? If our defense is that poor that you have to take over parts of games, just take over. Period. That means Bobby Babich hasn't grown as a defensive caller. Period. Right? If you have to start taking over, but he also took over Laser Frazier, who was seasoned. So I don't know. I don't know why that one's tough.
I don't know. You know, at this point,
I don't know.
Nothing that we say on here is going to change what's going to happen.
No.
So it's just one of those things.
But we got to talk about it. I
get to come on here. I get to vent my frustrations.
That's
and
right.
and the positives, because there are positives.
Yeah.
We still have Josh Allen, a quarterback.
Yeah.
We still have James
absolutely.
Cook at running back. We still have a top, I would say, 10 offensive line when they don't shoot themselves in the foot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
Our offense is good. We have some young guys. Like, say what you want. Deion Walker's been a surprise this year, brother. Like,
Deion Walker's our best.
So wrong on that guy, and I'm so happy to be wrong on that guy.
Yeah, we were both wrong on that guy. Like, I wasn't totally hating the pick, but I didn't understand the pick. You know what I mean? I still think we should have got a one tech though. But he's working out really good. He's thank God we have some kind of bright spot in that draft class as of now. Now that could change. Players can get better. Players can come around. Players can get healthy. Like, it's too early to call anybody bust right now. But if we're talking about in the now, like I've been saying, in the now, Walker is playing at a really good level, playing good football. So I don't hate it. And I would love to see him next to Ed Oliver, but they're not going to do it. Like, McDermott's just not going to do that. I don't see it happening, though he should, but he won't.
Yeah, I love this comment from Jarek right here. It says they're trying to make Josh a true field general that compensates for a lack of elite talent. Either you have elite coaching or Josh is a top field general, and I just don't think we have either. Josh Allen is not built to be a field general. I know they're trying to make him one. Josh Allen is a touchdown machine. He's a playmaker. That's his game. Is he gotten better year after year after year in the field general, things? Yes. If you line him up and Mahomes up and Burrow up and say, okay, who, field general, Josh is 3 in that. I would say Baker's probably a better field general than Josh is right now. Josh is the better player, but that's not his game. Like, he's getting better at it, but stop trying to force him into something that he's not right now. Like, help him grow in that area, but stop making your entire offense that.
But I feel like they do that with every player here. They force players out of position, and we talk about players getting hurt. Like, it's not really so much that they're undersized, though they are, because it's really proven that undersized players don't really get hurt more than, but playing out of position when a guy's been playing a certain position as well, that does tend to have more injuries, right? So I do think, like, that whole thing where you're forcing guys to play out of position or making Allen something that he's not, or having him do things that he's uncomfortable with, or it's a mistake. Like when they tried to do that 2 years ago, where they were limiting him from running, I get you're trying to help the guy save, extend his career or whatever, but you can't take away what he does best, or part of his game that he does best. You can't eliminate the things that make Josh Allen great, is my point, right? You could try to tell him, be smarter when you take off, slide more, which by the way, he's done that really good now. Like, I'll say that about Josh.
He doesn't try to run guys over very often.
Unless it's a must, like the Chiefs game last year where he's like, fucking, we got to get this. Like, I get that. But yeah, in most games, he's sliding. Like, he's very
if he's
smart.
Even taken off. Because he hasn't been taken off this year.
He'll do this thing now, and it kind of drives me nuts because he can take off, and I'm like, just go. And he'll do this thing where he rolls out and he'll stop He's never done that before, really. He's always kind of either took off or threw on the run. Now he's doing his thing where he's like stopping, and he's missing the throw. Like a lot of the throws aren't even there. You know what I mean? Like, or they're picked off. The one got picked off the other day when he did that. Like, that's odd. I don't know who told him to do that. Like, kind of with the underhand thing too. Like, he's getting a little bit too happy with that thing. Like, underhanding throws. Like, it's okay here and there. You got to pick your moments, but that's weird. Like, that's something that he's doing this year. So I know I get it. He's trying to give his receivers more time and getting that deeper, get that deep play going. But dude, sometimes you got to do what's smart and just and do what's best for the offense. And that he has to stop doing.
Yeah, and Jarek, I'm with you on that. I know Jacksonville denied everyone. They were taking Brian Thomas, but they could have had Pearsall. They could have had McConkey. Hell, later in the draft, we could have had Franklin, who's been good this year for Denver. Like, there's so many other types of guys.
And we're only talking one draft. We're only talking one draft. Who knows about drafts prior that we had opportunity? Like, we had opportunity to get Puka Nacua. Just Justin Shorter. I'm just throwing that out there, folks. Like, there's been plenty of opportunity for the Bills to get guys that weren't project. Not every guy needs to be a project player. Go ahead,
I wasn't big on Nacua coming out. Like, Nacua coming out.
I get that. I'm just throwing that out there.
He's what it is because he ended up with
it helped them.
However, Hutchinson, the wide receiver for Texans who makes catches, he was one. Mechie. Like, there's been a lot of them that we've liked. Royal,
there's been a ton
last year. Like, there's been so many that we liked that were later round guys that we were hoping we'd grab. Like, what was the reason to grab Prather over Dolak? Explain that one.
Know. Yeah, I don't know.
No one ever thought Prather was going to make this roster, but you needed depth at linebacker. Yet you took a wide receiver over a local kid who could have made the roster.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Like, some of those are just like boggle my mind.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even say that comment from way earlier to start the show about McDermott apologizing to he doesn't need to apologize to that. Yeah. Bean. I'm sorry. Bean apologizing to you. First of all, look, he doesn't need to apologize to anybody. He said it. He meant it at the time. And that was his feelings at the time. Like, that's okay. Like, look, should he have been so hype up maybe about it? Probably not. But at the end of the day, look, he felt comfortable with the guys he brung in here, right? He still went out and got Elijah Moore, so they were wrong about that. He had that in the works. And I still think the receiver groups he got here is way better than last year's. I feel like he did upgrade. However, he's not in control of calling the plays. He's not up in the OC box, right? He's not. All he could do, once again, I keep saying it, he's the guy that goes out and gets the ingredients, right? And those ingredients weren't that bad. We all talked about it here in the offseason. Matter of fact, I said it was the best well-rounded receiver room we've had in a long time. I felt like every guy had a strength to his game that could be effective in the everybody eats system. But if the guy calling the plays doesn't understand each guy's strengths and doesn't dial it up, then the everybody eats thing is useless. Doesn't work. So I don't think Bean did a terrible job. I think he still got the guys he needed. Now, could he have gotten another receiver in the draft? Sure. Fine. Okay. Whatever. Could he have gotten one? If you want to talk about could he have gotten one the year we drafted Keon Coleman? Sure. Bring that up. Why didn't you could have, that draft was heavy. Fine. Bring it up then. But this year, I thought he did fine. I didn't hate the group coming in. Like, I don't even hate him now, Mikey. I just don't think it's working because of the guy that's running it. So that's why I'm so about getting a guy that doesn't necessarily need him to make him a better receiver. You know what I mean? Maybe a guy that can just go, hey, I can create separation, throw it my way, Allen, I got you. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not saying it'll work, but that's my hope, Mikey. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If it happens, it may not even happen, by the way. It may not even happen.
Yeah. We need to catch up on some of these chats.
Yeah, go for
it. What's Keon's ceiling? I think he's Bateman. Looks really good one week and is not so great the next week.
All right. I don't think I don't think it's super high. I'll be honest with you. And I like the guy. I think he's a little immature. I'm going to be real with you guys. I see a little immaturity in him. He's still young. That can change, you know. He's obviously did something to piss off the coach early on and got benched for first quarter, first series. So clearly there's some kind of, not the first time. So clearly there's some kind of immaturity there going on. He's doing something wrong, and it probably has to do with practice or something to do with, you know, the team, right? Like he's not doing something right. I don't think it's any off-field shit like driving drunk or anything. So there's that. He needs to mature a little bit, I think. He needs to take the game a little bit more serious. So that's one. And if he does, I feel like the ceiling can be a little bit higher. But right now, like I feel like he's just too inconsistent, too immature. And I also think that Joe Brady isn't helping him either. So there's a lot of combination of stuff that's kind of making Keon Coleman what he is right now, which is very inconsistent. And yeah, he could be better. He can be better. So we'll see.
Neil said it, McDermott, oil and water. I don't disagree with that. But they brought him here to help. And everywhere he's been, he's made that defensive line better. So I can only hope it continues to grow here. Now that secondary, it's problems, dude. Now, no one expected our two rookies to get hurt right out the gate.
No, that's true too. You're right. You can't predict that, guys. So you can't blame Bean either for that.
I can't even blame McDermott for that.
You can't blame anybody. I'm just saying that's just
shit happens.
Bad luck. Shit happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And by the way, we're not the only one. There's teams. Look at the Lions. There's teams that are dropping like flies too. So like those are unexpected. It sucks. But on the flip side, though, you still got to go out there and find somebody better. When you know your guy that's filling in isn't doing the job, and then the guy that's hurt isn't coming back for a long time. You know what I mean? Like then you got to go, okay, this guy is clearly not capable of being in that position right now. We need to find something else. And that I feel like is Bean's fault. Like he sits on his hands, and I think he trusts his players too much. And maybe that's on McDermott too, not telling him the truth, and not saying, hey, it just can't work. It's just not working. Like you need to find me something. It's maybe a combination, like I said, of both. But that
you're asking McDermott to accept fault.
Exactly.
Or his failure.
Right. And he won't. Not happening. Not happening.
I have yet to hear McDermott accept any fault.
Yeah, no.
Like even after our exits out here, he's he always finds someone else.
For the most part, yeah.
I never hear him say, I got out coached.
He'll say coaching. He'll bring up coaching. The coaching can be better, but you're not saying me. You're saying
never.
Right. You're going coaching, right? Coaching. Thanks, coach.
I listen to Josh saying it's on me. I need to be better. I've never heard McDermott once say it's on me.
Never.
Ever.
No. He's too busy preparing his next camp story.
If we have some of our fact checkers in here, if you've heard that, please tell me when, because I can't remember a time where I heard him walk up to a podium and say, "This one's on me, guys."
Yeah, no, I've never have. And if he has, it was so fucking quick. Right?
I've heard him say, low tone. Coaching needs to be better. I've heard him say that.
I've heard that. Yes, coaching, but coaching is everywhere. Coaching is all over.
And I've heard him say coaching needs to be better, and that starts at the top, or that starts with me, or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never heard him come in and say this one's on me. And take accountability.
Right.
Like he still never talked about the 13 seconds. He still has never given an update on the 13 seconds.
Correct. Right. Yeah, because he knows he fucked up. Right? He knows that's on him.
Yeah. Allen's a gunslinger, a high-tempo spread offense, and we have to live with the little variance. The 21 Bills is the scariest version of Allen. I don't disagree. And what they're asking him to do now, is like having a supercar and putting a governor on it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
Damn, we are behind in chat. Sorry, chat. We'll get to you guys.
Tommy's very long-winded tonight.
It's just
You
no
know, and
football. We don't have a
then he
game.
starts
So.
his point, and he makes a point, and then he likes the point he made, so he doubles down and goes down that hill too.
That's right. I double dip, baby. Hey, there's nothing wrong with double dipping.
You know, well, it depends if you're
I'm
Shannon
a
or
double
not.
dip chip guy. I'm a double dip chip guy all day, baby.
We will have different dips.
Stay away from my dip, baby. Double dip it.
It's been rough. I don't remember feeling this way in the McDermott era. Joey, last year we were eating it pretty hard about 2 weeks in a row. Like we forget because then things got better and we took off and we went on a run and we ultimately ended up, getting to the AFC Championship game. But let's be honest, guys. I think Jarrett called it earlier this offseason on this show. He's like, this isn't the team to do it. We're still like we overachieved last year in our first year of the retool.
Oh,
this is only year 2 of this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jarrett went down that road with us and we didn't want to hear it, but it is. Yeah, I saw that. Mike Evans broke his collarbone.
Oh, maybe that's why he was like, that makes sense then. Because he looked like he could barely walk. So, poor guy, man. That's rough.
Yeah. Brady tried to turn Allen and Kirk Cousins. I don't think it's Brady. I really don't think it's a Brady thing. I don't think Brady wants to go back and look at every one of offenses Brady's ever run. It's not like this. I think he has a mandate from the head coach of how he wants his offense to go. Because he tried this with Daboll and Daboll cussed him out. That's why they don't get along.
Could it be? All right, let me ask this question, Mikey, to you. Could it be? Because I believe that too. By the way, could it be McDermott prior to giving him the gig, which was, he was hired within? He told him, "Hey, when you take this gig, this is what I expect. This is how I want my offense to look." Now, could it be that Joe Brady agreed and he's just that's just not right? Wait, hold on. That he's just not comfortable enough, or that doesn't fit his style, and that's why it's not really going that well. That he's basically out of his comfort zone in what he likes to do. You get what I'm saying? That would be like basically what I'm saying is like if you were whatever you do for a living, Mikey, like whatever. And I told you, hey, before I hire you, I know you're used to doing it this way, but I want you to do it my way. And maybe you're not so great at it now. You get what I'm saying? And you're like, man, I got to do something I'm not really familiar with, and then doesn't your work kind of suffer a little bit or no? I mean, I'm just saying not everybody adjusts well, right? Like I know I don't. Like I know if somebody tells me to do something different, Mikey, I don't adjust that well to it. It takes me a while. But go ahead.
Are you sure? Because you asked me a question and you kept talking.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking. Go.
Don't make me kill you.
Go ahead.
You better wrap it up.
I don't believe that he accepted the job with limitations. I truly believe Joe Brady felt like he could build an offense that would work within the structure of what McDermott wanted. And he has, for the most part. However, this year, for whatever the reason, he gets a little cute. And maybe he's trying to be Ben Johnson and some of these other guys with these random trick plays to show that he's an offensive genius, but he's trying to do it within the structure of what McDermott wants. And he needs to stop that bullshit. And he needs to go back to just running the offense, getting creative and, fuck the trick plays. We didn't use any of them last year. We made it to the AFC Championship game. Get that crap out of your head and, get us back rolling. Do things that work.
But you said, though, a second ago that when he coached different places, his offenses thrived, right? Like he called a way different game plan, correct? Like his offense was different, right? Schemed up differently. So my thing is this. I get what you're saying that, he thought he can make it work. But we're year 2 now. Year 1, you know how sometimes year 1, or sorry, he's in year 2 now, right? Year 1.5, right?
2.5.
He took over
2.5.
2.5. Sorry, 2.5. So what if now he's year 1? He had success, right? With lesser, right? Matt Collins, and now mind you, we still went out and got a receiver. But anyways, what if this is just not working now? He's having a hard time adjusting. Forget the trick plays stuff, because I don't feel like he does a lot of that. We've done a flea flicker once, and it's not like it totally bombed. It still was a completion. He's done the stupid end around, which doesn't. But that I don't consider like super tricky play.
Nobody doing just weird.
No, I get what you're saying,
for
but
bullshit.
Right. So my point is, has he regressed? And this season, for some reason, like, what else would be the regression of him outside of like the trick plays that you said you saw? Like, where else is he failing from this season to last year?
From last year to this year?
Yeah.
The play call consistency. Because last year he would call the same play over and over and over until they stopped it. You don't see that this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're constantly trying to make a change when they don't need to make a change.
So it's like what I said. It's like what I said earlier, where he comes out with the first opening series, things work, and then we see a totally different series all the way up to the second half almost, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I agree with you.
The offense looks different series by series, and it's wild.
Absolutely does. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. So that's on him, though. That's on him as the OC, though. Then the question is why, though? Like, why has he regressed? Is my point. Like, what is going on there?
I don't know.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's something he has to figure out. Is it, does McDermott need to have the talk with him and go, yo, you need to go back to, you got to figure out what's going on here? Or is that just the Brady got to get out of his own head and just figure out, like, look at, maybe take some time by himself and go back into the playbook and look at film and go, hey, here's where I'm fucking up. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
or maybe even go back to last year's film and go, this is what I did really good. Maybe I need to start doing that more than what I'm doing here in this year. I'm just saying, I don't know. At this point, I'm just trying to throw things out there for him, because clearly he's in a rut. Clearly something has changed with him where he's regressed, and he ain't getting to get no head coach job like this. He has to change. And he also has to adjust. I feel like his adjustments have been terrible this season. He did a good job last year, Mikey, I thought, in adjusting. This year, his adjustments are brutally bad.
You saw that in the second half. He could never adjust to what they were running. Like, you worked on the first series. Why didn't you go back to what you did on that first series coming out of half? It was quick.
They didn't change their defense
right down the field. They just kept running the same thing because you never adjusted back to it.
Right. Never.
The adjustments have been really bad this year. He's regressed there too. It's the consistency of the play calling and how the offense looks from series to series. And then it's his ability to adjust on the fly has been lacking this year.
It's been bad. I mean, there's no other way around it, and who's the guy that's caught up in all this, by the way? Josh Allen. Like, who's the one that's suffering, right? And who's the one that's pointing the finger at himself? Josh Allen. So that's why it's funny, like, when people take shots at Allen, like, listen, once again, me and Mikey aren't sitting here going, Allen's he's perfect, don't make mistakes. But let's be real here. Who's at the podium admitting, going to saying, I'm at fault, I should be better, I need to make better play? It's fucking Josh Allen. He's holding accountability for everybody. Everybody. He's taking it all. So don't act like Josh Allen's going to the podium and be like, hey, man, I'm the fucking best thing out there. These guys got to play better. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not what he's doing. He's admitting he can play, but he needs to be better. So what do you more? I mean, what more do you want? Let's go back to the other guys that aren't admitting these things or understanding these things. Go ahead, Mike.
Including your leader, the guy, the head of your organization. I watched Josh Allen light the Rams up and us lose and take responsibility for the loss.
Yes. You're right. Absolutely.
I watched Josh Allen lose on 13 seconds when he never got the ball when he threw a touchdown to win it, and said, you know what, if I was better in the first half, we would have won that game.
Right. And that's what a leader does, by the way, guys. I love that. That's exactly what you should do. Like, that's what a franchise quarterback does. You take one for the team, because you're going to get the praise and love and you're gonna get the hate when you lose. That's just how it works.
I gotta ask Keys this question. He says when they said the Bills' offense and Josh will be better without him, Diggs tweeted, "Are you sure they destroyed him? Are you sure this is better?" The whole thing was Josh would be better without, Josh. The whole key to that was Diggs made Josh, and yes, because did you watch Diggs in the playoffs? He wasn't good. So I'll live without his $35 million or $25 million a year salary. Not being on this team. I'm okay with it. Was Diggs great when he's here? Yes. Did I like him here? Absolutely. But he had checked out when we needed him the most. He wasn't clutch, just like a lot of the guys on this team. They weren't clutch.
Yeah. He wasn't clutch in big moments when we needed him. Now, mind you, he did have some good playoff games. When I went back and looked, he did have some good games early on with us.
Early?
Early. Here's the deal, man. Look, I think that's the stupidest fucking comment, and not on you, Keys, but on the whole Diggs thing. That whole debate is fucking dumb. Okay, listen, Josh Allen. If you really want to play that card, and we can. When John Brown got here, John Brown never had a 1,000-yard season. He had a 1,000-yard season with Josh Allen. So did Josh Allen make John Brown? Yeah. If you want to really count, did he make him better? Sure, he did. Right? He finally got with the quarterback that knows how to throw the ball. Was Cole Beasley the number one slot? Would consider one of the best slots with Dallas? No, he was considered good, but not the best. When he came here, was he considered one of the best? Yeah, he was. Did he have almost 1,000-yard season with Josh Allen? Yeah, 975 to be exact. If he didn't get hurt,
second team All-Pro.
Yep. Stephon Diggs. Say what you want about him, but he only had one good season with Minnesota. He wasn't lighting it up in Minnesota. He came here and had his best career year with Josh Allen. Okay, and I'm not shitting on Stephon Diggs. Diggs is a hell of a player, and I would love to have his talent here, like another guy with his kind of talent set. But the bottom line is a lot, and it's not just Diggs. A lot of these alpha receivers, and he's considered an alpha the way it is what it is. They eventually leave their teams. Shit happens. AJ Brown, you see, like getting upset with, like all this stuff eventually comes up in time, and that's what happened here. But there wasn't you made me, I made you. They helped each other grow. They grew. Josh Allen needed him at the right moment. Diggs needed him at the right moment. They both were winning. They both went through an AFC Championship game together. So I don't want to hear that's nonsense, right? And Josh Allen still went and played just as good, if not better, and won an MVP, matter of fact, without Stephon Diggs. So that's just a silly take by Stephon Diggs or whoever brung that up, and it's a bad debate. But that's it. I'm done.
Well, yeah, it was a Twitter thing. You know how Diggs is on Twitter.
I know.
He just pokes the bear.
But they knew everybody roll with it.
Are you sure? And then it became this big thing. Like, listen, Diggs was fantastic here. Like, could we use Stephon Diggs here? Yes. We absolutely could use his skill set here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He had checked out that last season and didn't want to be here. It's the reason why he's not here.
Correct. That's all it's about.
We ate $30 million to get rid of him. Tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah. And that wasn't an Allen Diggs thing. That was a offensive change. McDermott and offensive coordinator change that and Diggs, and they didn't see eye to eye, clearly. And then I think when Dorsey got fired, it totally changed it, because Dorsey still had the Dable kind of playbook. Throw it to Diggs, throw it to Coleman. Let's chuck it downfield. Let's get him involved. Like, he's our guy. But once Brady took over, they had a different plan. And I don't think Diggs was on board with that. And you saw the decrease in yardage. You saw the production go down. You saw Allen looking different ways to Shakir. And I don't think Diggs was going with it. He just wasn't flowing with that style. So it is what it is. But but my point is, yes, of course, guys. Like, I see the comment for Diggs, we go to the Super Bowl. Listen, if we have, I still believe that. You're right, but maybe not even Diggs. Maybe if we had a better option, right? A receiver. Sure, it's possible. I don't know. I wish we did have that, but we don't. We don't. So it is what it is.
I would tune in and put that shit on repeat if Allen went to a presser and start cussing out McDermott.
Yeah, like I'm fucking done with this guy. Fucking done.
Oh my god, I played that
man.
shit on repeat for.
You know how that? You know what? The only way, I'll be honest with you, the only way that would ever happen is if somebody secretly recorded him. Because I promise you, he's had conversations with somebody about McDermott or somebody on the coaching staff, McDermott, Brady, something's come up. You know what I mean? Where he said, man, fuck, man, these guys, they're not fucking doing anything. They're not giving me fucking anybody to work with or fucking shit play. Like, I promise you, McDermott, the same bullshit talk. I promise you, he said something in his home or on the phone, but you will never hear it. Alan's smart, bro. He ain't ever get that shit. Will never get leaked.
Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, can we use, it doesn't have to be Diggs. We could use that skill set.
Exactly. The skill set. That's what I'm talking about. You're right, Mikey.
You know, we just need that skill set. You know what I mean? Someone who can be the go-to guy. And that's why I was talking about Olave when we opened this conversation. Watching him, I forgot how good that guy truly was because he had a few hospital balls the last few years.
Damn good
from his quarterbacks. They're so good. You know,
he's damn good.
Jerry Jeudy's being wasted in Cleveland, and that guy's fast as hell and tall.
Yep.
You know, I would take him too. You know, give us that skill set back.
I do got some things I want to do because we're an hour and a half in. We're going to get to the chat. The rest we finally kind of caught up. But can I get to this and then we'll skip some stuff tonight that I had other stuff. But I want to get to this and then we'll go to the next thing. Okay. So here's this one here. So Bill's currently paying for GM Brandon Beane's 4 offseason sins. It's an article by SI, Mikey. So first one, we won't have to read them all, but the first one, it says, let's see here. Ignoring wide receivers at NFL draft. What do you think? Sin?
Yes.
Okay. So we both agree on that. Absolutely. The other thing, doubling down on returning safeties.
Yes.
Okay. So far, usually you hate these kind of articles. Like,
no,
they usually don't hit for you. So these are good so far. I like it because I agree with all this.
You know what I called the last few years, you know what I mean, in the draft. The guys that I wanted were all guys who were playing really freaking well. The guys that we could have gotten.
Yep. Now, if something's not here, I want you, Mikey, to go, that's a sin that's not on the list. Okay. All right. Next up. Overlooking punters' importance. What do you think? Is that a sin? I don't think it's a sin, right? That could be left off.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Exiling veteran insurance. What do you think?
No.
Granted, yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't think that's a sin. Vaughn was going to be too expensive. You had to let him go. We couldn't carry his cap number. He saved us money by us letting him go, which allowed us to do other things. Rasul Douglas had taken a step back. We ran into just in the cornerback room, we ran into some unlucky shit. You want to know what the biggest sin of them all is? The owner's faith in this head coach.
Hold on.
The blind faith that our owners put in this regime is the biggest sin of them all.
You know what, Mikey? I got this to say because we don't often agree.
Thank you very much. Finally, somebody's got a brain in here. I thought I was alone.
Listen, I like McDermott, and he's done a lot of really good things here. We're in year 9. We're starting to hit the Lovie Smith era.
Yeah, we sure. The Schottenheimer, who also was, I think, 10 years in KC, 8 or 9 or 10, something like that. Crazy.
The Schottenheimer, Lovie Smith era. Like, he's not going to get better at his craft. No. He is who he is at this point.
Yeah.
If going to the playoffs every year is the Pagula's motto, and that's all they care about, then okay, he's a fantastic hire for what they want. Right. I was really excited about him because he got us to the playoffs, and we went a lot of years without playoffs.
Yeah,
I need to see us take that next step. And I watched, going back to the Golden State Warriors. Mark Jackson was a really good coach. Solid.
Yeah.
He was never going to take them to the next step, so they had to go out and get Steve Kerr.
Right.
And I know Bills Mafia is concerned about if we let him go, what in Terry Pagula's track record states that he's going to be able to help find a decent coach because he hasn't done it in hockey. And, he hit on McDermott, but I think Bean is good enough to help him find a coach that could take us to the next level. The blind faith that we have in this regime is wild to me.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, Mikey, and the thing that I got to say too, guys, the worst that can happen is you get a coach here that does the same thing. He gets in the playoffs and chokes in the playoffs. Okay. That's what we do anyways. So you find another coach in 3 years. You don't just keep sticking with the same. Basically, all we're doing, guys, is exactly what we're doing. What you guys complain about the players, we're throwing the same shit out there every year, right? And hoping it sticks and hoping it works. And it's pretty much like a Groundhog Day, right? Same kind of player, same scheme, same. It goes the same way with coaching, right? They have a ceiling, right? Just like players, you guys talk about players all the time. Like, all right, he's reached a ceiling. Like somebody asked earlier, Keon Coleman, what's the ceiling? Guys, we're year 9 in. We should already know what's McDermott's ceiling. He's reached it. It's done. Like, this is it. If you haven't gotten to the Super Bowl, like I think they say in 6 years, what is it, 5?
No coach has ever been with the team this long and then got over the hump.
Exactly. So, and then of course people want to talk about the Andy Reid thing, but Andy Reid, say what you want. He at least got there with Philly. Yeah, but he at least got there, and then he went to Chiefs, but he at least tasted it, right? Mm-hmm. Like if McDermott tasted it, guys, I would say, Mikey, he tasted it. We went once, we lost, but if he got there once, he tasted it. I know he can do it again, but we haven't. It's year 9, and there's nothing that's changed. Go ahead, Mikey.
Yeah, Jarek says, "Let me guess, Brasky wrote that."
I don't. Right. Alex Brasky. Yeah, Alex Brasky.
Is it Alex? Oh, Nate's the trainer, right?
Yeah. Alex Brasky. Yeah. That he wrote what? I don't know. What's that mean?
Wrote that article.
No, that was SI.
That was SI. Okay. Philippines Mafia in the house. Right on. Thanks for watching. That's
who's in the house?
Philippines Mafia.
Oh shit! All right, that's what I'm talking about. Good for you. What's going on?
You're international, brother.
Hey, man, we're getting. Hey, that's when we know we're doing something good. Something good.
Punters nitpicking. Yep.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah, that was an odd one. Out of all the things, the sins, that's the least of my concern. Though I would like a good punter here. But that's the least of my worries.
The Green Light Channel says, "Yeah, we've only had 3 punters this year, so we're good."
Yeah, hey, they're a dime a dozen. We just go out there and pick another.
and Marino, this is part of my thing. I really truly believe it's because they have some freaking nuclear code playbook that they have to communicate. Like they call a play and they're like, okay, if it's this formation left, if it's this formation right, if it's this or that, then you check these 6 things. And because you heard about it in the article that came out is, Leslie Frazier's issue was like their top 5 defense in the regular season, they gave them more leeway. Once the playoffs started, they tightened everything up and everything had a check. Like the defense wasn't set until they checked to something.
Right.
Like it's too freaking complicated. Just
complicated, and it doesn't even work anyway. So what are you making it so complicated for? Simplify it up and have these guys do their job.
They're not communicating the way they're supposed to. If they communicated, it'd work.
Right. Oh yeah, sure. It's worked so well. Oh man. I got one more thing here, Mikey.
Just run cover 2, Babbage. My God.
For us tonight. Let's see here. So this one is the 3 weaknesses that could cost Bills postseason berth, but there are answers. So here's the 3 things, and this is also an article on SI. So right here is Bills CB2 issue. What do you think? Could cause a playoff berth. Could cause a not. What do you think about that?
Not making the playoffs?
Yeah, it says that could cost the Bills postseason berth.
I don't think CB2 would be the reason we didn't make the playoffs.
All right, so that's one of them. So you're against that. I would say it could hurt us, but not necessarily prevent us from the playoffs. So
yeah, I don't
you're
think
right.
it's going to cause
Bills wide receivers don't have separation issue, but now I'll read this one because you want to know. The Bills' lack of separation has been the talk of the last few weeks. The issue is more about the Bills' offensive coordinator than it is about the talent on the field. While it's possible the Bills could fire Brady midseason, it's doubtful. And even if they do, he'd be replaced with an interim option already on the staff. So what do you do to address the issue now? A trade is the only option here. The Bills don't have any suspended or injured receivers coming back that will make things any different. Yes, they were without Dalton Kincaid and for a better part of the game, Palmer and Joshua Palmer. But they need a potential game changer. And that guy could be the New Orleans Saints Olave. What do you feel about that?
I loved almost every part of that. Listen, Joe Brady turned down a head coaching job last year to stay here with the Saints. They're not firing him.
I'm with you. They are not.
No,
yeah, it's too early.
I would absolutely love Olave, and I hope they actually go out and get him. I think Brady will figure it out and get us back on track. I don't think the offense is going to be the reason we don't make the playoffs.
Keep suffering.
Yes.
I got you.
I think if it's going to be something, it'll be the defense. I hope they get an option.
I'm just curious. Okay.
Do I think they are? No, I don't. I think Gabe Davis is their answer.
Is their option? Okay.
Yep. I honestly, I don't think.
Right.
I don't think we're going to get a CB2. I think Harrison is their option.
Okay. And the last one, Taylor Rapp is a problem and not in a good way. They say Taylor Rapp has not played well in 2025. Fellow safety Cole Bishop has been inconsistent. Bishop hasn't even played a full season's worth of the NFL starts yet, and his development is expected to continue trending upwards. What do the Bills do with Rapp, though? Another rookie on the Bills roster, Hancock, who we always talk about, should get an opportunity. Boy, I like these SI guys. He may not be the answer, and there will be some hard lessons learned, but it's time for the Bills to start looking elsewhere and let the rookie start learning on the fly. They should also keep Jordan Poyer on the active roster for two reasons. One, being break in case of emergency, and the other to help the young safeties learn. He would be a tremendous voice on the sidelines for them to lean on. That's actually a great fucking point. I got to be honest with you. If you give Hancock an opportunity, what better guy on the sidelines for when he makes a mistake or needs somebody to talk to than fucking Jordan Poyer, who's was one of the best at that position. So that, I love that point. I would absolutely go with that.
And here's my take on that. I wouldn't even just start. I would rotate Poyer and Hancock.
Right. It's a good idea.
So Hancock can see how Poyer's doing it on the field.
Watch it and then
watch it and then go out. And I would rotate them very much like we did Elam and Benford year one, where one got 2 series, one got 1 series, and slowly work him in. And hopefully Hancock's athleticism and stuff will take over, and he'll ultimately put Jordan Poyer on the sidelines. But honestly, I'll take Poyer's mind back there over what I'm seeing from Rapp right now. Rapp's
absolutely. I'm with you, dude. I'm 100% with you. At least Poyer may not be what he once was, obviously, but he still knows football.
It's still there.
He still knows that position very, very well. And yeah, I like that. That's good for you, Mikey. That's a great thing. You're right. Have them rotate until the rookie gets caught up. Poyer, it's not going to be Poyer like Poyer's going to get upset feelings that, Hancock eventually gets the starting nod, full time. But yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. But will McDermott do that? Probably not.
No, he's
right,
already
probably not.
He attached himself to Rapp 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
And he called him the heir apparent. And to Olave. What's the issue with Olave?
They're worried about his concussions, I bet. I bet that's the reason. I almost think that because he's a great receiver. Is he Shamar Chase? No, but he's a really good receiver. I shouldn't say great. He's really good.
He was on his way to being great before he got those hospital balls.
Yeah, possibly. But right now, as we stand today, he's a very good receiver.
Maybe who knows?
He could be great.
Still winning, dude. I watched him outrun corners. I watched him get separation. Like
absolutely, dude.
He's what that skill set is what we're missing.
And they may not trade him. That might be just all people talking, because I've heard that they may want to extend him.
You know, I don't know if he'll stay though.
Sure, if he wants to. Yeah, that's true too. But they could give him his 5th year.
They are talking about, you know, burning it down in both New York and in Miami, and they have Waddle and Wilson. Both of them have been paid though. Yeah. Both of them been paid, so you'd have to find a way to fit them under. But those are the type of skill sets that we need too.
Dude, I'd take Waddle in a heartbeat too.
Me too. He's young. He's fucking fast. Heartbeat.
Yeah.
Good hands.
Yeah, and good hand. And if you're Miami, you got to sell right now. You got to sell, and just fire everybody. Blow that whole shit up. Same thing with Saints, bro. Saints fucking gave all that money to that fucking quarterback that plays tight end and quarterback. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck was the GM then. Yeah, dude, like that's fucking nuts.
Well, the way his contract was written is he only gets that money if he's the starting quarterback. Otherwise, he gets,
oh, really? Okay. So then it worked out. Okay, I didn't know that.
So he still got paid, and he still got a good salary, but he didn't get the like 25 or
as much as it was supposed to be.
Because he only got that as if he was a starter.
Got you. Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm with you, Paul. Right now, we look like a wild card team. You know, in 4 weeks, we might look different. You know.
I do got this one too, Mikey.
We might only win 3 more games. Our schedule isn't that hard.
I'm gonna pull this one up for you.
Tommy, what do you think about that?
Let me get this away. And that's not given. We might only win 3. No. I'll tell you what, though. I will say this. If we lose to Carolina following the bye week, which we've never lost, by the way, out of bye week.
Dude, there's gonna be calling for McDermott's head.
There is some serious concern. Like then I won't be on the train anymore of going, we'll be okay. Like we've done this before. We've never done that before. I don't recall last time we've lost 3 in a row. I don't think we ever have.
We've never
under Win Allen. So that would be very, very concerning. I get Carolina's pretty good defense. They got really good running backs, but we're the better team. We should win that game by at least 10 points. Like, and I'm not being cocky or anything, but we've had enough time. We have players coming back. There's no excuse. We're rested. You cannot lose to the Panthers. You can't. If they lose to the Panthers, they're going to lose to the Chiefs. I'm going to tell you that right now. And that would probably make it 4 in a row, 4 losses in a row. And yeah, we probably won't make the playoffs at that point. I can't see it. I can't see it happening. I would be probably talking all season talk. I mean, I'm going to be real with you guys. Like, we cannot lose to the Panthers. So they better have their act right. They better have it right.
People are getting upset at Trey, but Rap is the real issue. Rap is an issue, but Trey has not been good.
Nope. Trey has not been good. And neither one. They're both just playing just as bad.
If we're going to trade for wide receiver, it's AJ or Waddle. Here's the problem, Paul. We don't have the money for either one of those guys right now. They just need to pull a lot of levers to get the money to be able to bring either one of those guys on board.
You can pull the levers and whatever. I always say that, though. You can make it work. However, if you're going to do it, you better be right. And you got to know that this is for a reason why.
I don't know.
You got to believe that addition is going to get you to potentially a Super Bowl. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to pull the trigger there, whatever trades you make, not even for receiver, anybody that has a contract that's a playmaker I'm cool with it, Mikey, but you got to be very, like, at least go, hey, this guy can make the difference. I'm willing to make adjustments with the cap to make this work because I think bringing this guy in could potentially get a Super Bowl. And then I'll be all for it. All for it. I have no problem. You know what I mean? So it's not guaranteed, obviously, but.
Listening to Joe Marino this week and listening to Greg Thompson talk about the cap, the only way we can make a move like that is us signing guys to extensions to lower caps. We don't have enough actual triggers to pull on restructures. We have to sign guys.
Yes. You have to move the contracts. You got to extend them and move them down the correct. Mm-hmm. Which is, once again, though, Mikey, I don't mind. Do what you got to do if you feel that difference is a difference maker. You get what I'm saying? I have no problem with that. Okay.
Yeah. Marino's like says, how the Eagles have all these stars. I don't understand it. It's because they wrote the contracts with like 7 freaking void years. In a couple years, that team's not going to have any money at all. They have all those void years.
Yeah.
They're praying the cap just keeps skyrocketing year over year.
It will
minimize, how much, they're going to run into the Saints issue.
Yeah, but the cap
they went all in. They'll continue going up, but not to the price. Like the 49ers are the same way. In 2 years, the 49ers are in trouble because of how much they put in theirs.
I'm with you on that, but here's my take on that. And I get what you guys are saying. But my thing is, like, if you're going to go all in and it potentially can get you to Super Bowl, and then you kind of are in salary cap hell for the next 2-3 seasons, I don't care. Maybe they do, but the job is to get to a Super Bowl. LA did it. They were bad for a couple years. No, I know that. I'm just saying, get to a Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl. LA did it. They were bad for a couple years. They bounced back. There's been examples, all that, except for LA as well, that kind of did this all-in approach. Were bad for a couple seasons. Matter of fact, Philly did it one year. They were bad for a couple seasons. They got good draft picks, and those draft picks are there now. And they won a Super Bowl. So just because, let's say, we get into that part where we're in salary cap nightmare, that it's okay as long as you got. Now if it doesn't work out, then we're in a different story, right? Fuck, that trade went bad and now we're stuck with all these contracts. What do we do? Right? It could blow up in your face, but I'm willing. For me, if I'm the GM, you're year 9 in. Other teams, Mikey, in the AFC are improving. They're all getting better. You can't keep fucking around. You have to eventually do something that's out of your comfort zone, take a chance, and pull the trigger. Or you could just keep on the way it is.
I think that's what
that's all I can say.
I think that's what
and I do too. You might be right.
That's what McDermott wants. I think it's what Bean wants. Keith says, "What are all these triggers?" Okay, thank you. They're all old. Absolutely not. And
not
I'm
all
with
of
you.
them.
I don't want to see us re-sign Connor McGovern to a big contract. I don't want to see us do those type of.
You can give Cyrus Torrance's. You can give Torrance's contract now.
Torrance is still on a rookie contract. We're not lowering his contract enough to be able to get one of those guys.
You're saying, I know, but I'm saying there is players that are younger that you could still. What I'm saying is, if you sign McGovern, you're going to take his $9 million cap down to $1 million. That gives you $9 million to bring that guy in. You can't. I don't know about McGovern now.
You can't do that with Torrance because he doesn't have enough of the base to bring it down.
Yeah, no, you're right because he's on the rookie
all
deal.
the guys who have those,
are
older.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think of the players that we have on our. I'll tell you what, though, if you look at the cap too, like a lot of guys that are getting paid are
Ogunjobi has like $9 million. Bosa has a bunch.
12.
Daquan has a bunch. Like all those guys, are like $50 million of those 4 guys that I just talked about. To where if we resign them, we could pull the trigger and bring it down and bring in one of those guys. But do you really want to double down on all those guys? That just seems like
honestly, it would depend. I'll be honest with you. It wouldn't be depending on the player. I'm going to be honest with you. It depends on the player. Once again, it depends on if you believe this guy can make the difference, I am off. I don't care. I don't care. You guys are seeing it differently. That's fine. But I feel like if they felt like we're going all in, fuck it, this guy can potentially get us there, then I'm good with it. Do I give a fuck about if they give him a go? I don't care. If they want a Super Bowl, fine. We deal with it later. That's all I'm saying. But you know what? They're not, and they lose. They would. Then I would say, you know what? At least they took the fucking gamble. Listen, one thing about Brandon Beane, he hasn't gambled much. Say what you want about him. Now, Von Miller was a gamble, 100%. I'll give him that. And it wasn't even a bad gamble. If he doesn't get hurt, that's a good gamble. Right? He was on pace to have over 10 sacks that year. He was playing really good football. But that's just the bad luck of the draw. But I didn't mind the gamble. Did you mind the gamble at the time? Nobody minded the gamble at the time, really. Okay, so it's okay to take a chance here and there. Brandon Beane doesn't often do that. He doesn't trade up often in drafts. He had a chance at Brian Thomas. He probably could have, if he really wanted to trade up. He doesn't do it often. He doesn't make trades often. The big splash trade was what? Stephon Diggs in 2020, like, come on, what are we talking about here? He doesn't do it often. And I'm with you, Mikey. It's not going to happen. I'm with you. I'm just throwing it hypothetical, and I know it's not going to happen. Could Olave happen? Yes, because he's on a rookie deal still. It makes sense, right? Could other players that we don't even know yet are going to be on the selling block, right? That maybe can be affordable? Sure. So let's not get caught up in it yet, right? The AJ Brown thing's not happening, so we can forget that, throw that away.
Yeah. But you can also, depending on the higher the draft pick you want, the more the other team might eat in order to offset to bring him in. Because all we have to really do to get him in here is get it under where we have with cap. We can restructure the deal after it gets here to figure out how to fit him in. It's just we have to have enough money this year to offset what his cap is. So if we can get a team to eat some of it, then
that's a good point.
By giving them a higher draft pick, then we can bring him in. But I don't want to double down on the Obanjobis and the
I don't either.
Daquan Jones and resign those guys that pull those triggers. That just I'm not into all that.
But you're right. And you know what though? I didn't even think about that though. There has been teams that ate the contract to make the deal get done. So like I said, guys, sometimes if a team wants a guy out that bad, and another team they can negotiate and make it work. I'm just saying, like, there is negotiations. There's ways to make things happen. So that's what I mean about don't get caught up too much.
It's just not as easy as you think it is.
No, it's not. Of course, but that's not my job. That's Brandon Beane. Yeah. That's what he's good at. That's what the GM does. He knows how to work the money. He knows how to negotiate, and that's up to him. That's not me. I'm just saying. That's why I say that the cap is real, Mikey. However, there's always ways around it to make work. That they all do it. They all do it very well.
And sometimes the other team that has to play ball, and if they don't play ball, your only other options is to double down on all those old guys, and you don't do it, and you don't make the trade. Just it is what it is.
Correct.
Derek, my issue is I don't want to wait for the offseason to try to get help. I get that 26 is another season. I don't want us to have to wait next year, hoping the following year. Every year we say that is another year Josh gets older. At what point are we going to pull the trigger and actually get, I don't want to waste him. And that's what the Bills are doing.
That's what they're doing. And Jarek, too, let me ask you this. How many off seasons do we, as Bills fans and Bills content creators, want to keep talking about what we think the Bills should get on defense, what the Bills should fix in the offseason, who they should sign? Have they done any of that? What we think they should do? It's like groundhog season. That's what I'm keep telling you guys. It's the same pattern every year. We're doing the same thing, right? Same results, same playoff exit, same offseason talk, same results. Same draft players that we're not wanting get drafted, right? Guys that we think they should pick up, they don't pick up, right?
Really well on other teams.
Yeah. And then we get guys that leave. Like, and also, too, I want to bring this up, too. The whole everybody eats thing is funny to me because, like, you're bringing in guys. A lot of these guys are one-year deals. So how could Josh ever get chemistry with these guys that aren't even here long-term? They're here 1 year, they're gone. It's like we're cycling through these guys, and you want him to get chemistry with these guys when they're going to be gone, right? It's just like, how can you get chemistry with Curtis Samuel who can't even get on the field? Right? He's not even healthy, right? Same with Elijah Moore. We're not even using him, and he's going to be gone anyways next year. So there's going to be no chemistry there, right? And we're going to bring in another guy for 1 year. We got Shavers out there now who barely probably practiced with Josh Allen, right? So, like, I feel for the guy. I do. Shakir's him. And why do you think Knox is his go-to kind of, right, out of the time? Because he's been there the longest, right? They have that down. He knows where he needs to be when he's, out of the pocket. Right, Kincaid's kind of doesn't always make the play, and Kincaid's starting to, I think, get a little of that chemistry with Josh too. You can kind of see that happening, and Shakir obviously now is getting that. But outside of that, bro, everybody's new face. Not enough, they're not on the field enough. They don't get enough passes thrown their way. It's just so there's going to be chemistry issues, right?
Community Mo comes in and says stats say Keon is top 5 in separation. I don't know what those stats are identifying in separation because the eye test says they're a fucking liar.
Yeah, I don't.
I have zero idea what they could consider separation if Keon's top 5 in separation.
Right. Yeah, no, don't get caught up in that. And by the way, when I talk about separation, Mo, I'm talking about early route separation. Getting separation early in your routes, not when you're fucking way down the field and Josh Allen's scrambling and you finally got open. Like, wow, now he got separation 7 seconds into the play. Like, of course we're talking about early route separation. We don't have that. We have one of the worst. That's a fact, except for Shakir, and he's a slot, so he doesn't really kind of count. You know, we're talking about perimeter receivers. They're not good at early separation.
All right. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. Do you want to finish up that last one so we can get out of here?
Yep. All right. So this is last one of the night. I'll skip the other ones. 10 Buffalo Bills 2025 NFL trade deadline candidates. GM should get aggressive in flawed AFC. All right, here we go. So, and they're not saying necessarily the Bills. They're just saying, actually, yeah, they are 10 Buffalo Bills. Okay, here we go. Wide receiver Jacoby Myers is one. Calvin Ridley is a name that's popping up now, Mikey. That's an interesting name. Shaheed also for the
Calvin
Saints.
Ridley?
Another.
No.
Yeah, he's popping up now. I'm just saying, like, he's popping
money
up.
Plus, no thanks.
No, I get it. I wouldn't want to. I'm with you on that one. Shaheed, what do you think about Shaheed?
No, he's no different than what we already have here, and more.
Yeah,
he's a small, fast guy who does have really good route running, but I have zero faith that our offensive coordinator and our head coach would use him the way he's used in New Orleans to make it worth it.
Yep. Jacoby Myers, I would be on. I would definitely be cool with that.
He's a good number
like
2,
him.
But we don't.
He's
we
a good
don't.
number
We have
2.
a bunch. We have a bunch of 2s and 3s.
No, but I'm just saying, if the deal is right, I wouldn't hate it. I really wouldn't. If depending on what they trade, you know what I mean. Now, defensive tackle. Now they're throwing Simmons out there, but they're saying it's not realistic. You know,
it's not realistic. God, would I love that.
Yeah, because he's on a bad team. But they said it right here. Is it realistic? No. But if you're going to go all in, Simmons is type player, you try to acquire an NFL trade line, which I get. Like, if there's an option, but
Quinn Williams,
they're not letting him go
with the Jets as another one.
He's another name thrown out there. What do you think about Logan Wilson?
If you're gonna go out and try to get
all out, yes, I agree. Yeah, and they're a bad team. They're a team that could potentially go fuck it. Yeah, we just need a reset. So you're right. There is. You don't know unless you swing, right? That's what I'm saying too. With Brandon Beane, get on the phone. It can't hurt. You never know. What about linebacker Logan Wilson from the Bengals? What do you think about him?
Hell yes, please.
Okay.
Not only that, but him and Josh are close too. So he would walk in understanding how this locker room works.
Yep.
Give me someone who knows how to tackle a linebacker.
Cam Taylor-Britt for the Bengals. That's one option.
Okay.
You got Reek Woolen for the Seahawks. His name's been thrown out there.
I would take Reek over Cam Taylor-Britt, but either one is an upgrade over what we have on our roster.
All right. Safety, they're going Jason Pinnock for the 49ers.
No. I would rather
Jeremy Chin.
God, give me Jeremy Chin. Absolutely.
I knew you.
I wanted Jeremy Chin in the draft.
Ashton Davis for the
Did
Dolphins.
You watch that guy last week against
he's really
all
good.
Over the place against.
I've always liked him since coming out of the draft.
You give me that guy, I'll take him in a heartbeat.
The Davis guy for Dolphins.
No.
Yeah, and that's it. That is it. So that's the end of those articles for the night.
All those guys, give me Jeremy Chin.
Yeah, I take him in a heartbeat. You're right. By the way, did you like I like that the new logo up top for tonight's episode? It's really
I definitely take Shaheed. Really? Okay. Maybe I've seen us go get receivers that were supposed to be that speed demon, that's supposed to be route runners, and they've come in here and then we have not been able to use them because they were a specialty in one offense and we couldn't do it over here.
Yep.
I don't know if he fits in our type of offense. I just don't see it.
Yeah. Who the hell in Brady's offense? I don't even know if Jesus. Would Jerry Rice fit in Joe Brady's offense?
Casey gets Quinn Williams, I'm done, bro.
All right. So you're ready for the
2 franchises, right, Tommy? One makes moves, the other ones don't.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna get to the last thing of the night, the Real Men of Genius videos. If you guys are new to the channel, we run this at the end of every podcast. We run 2 clips. I got some new ones tonight, Mikey. New ones. Nice. So yes. Here we go with the new ones, Mikey. So we'll hit with the first one.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Kiss Me I'm Irish pin wearer.
Mr. Kiss Me I'm Irish pin wearer.
What would St. Patrick's Day be without the rich Irish tradition of wearing a pin to beg girls to make out with you?
A look of the Irish.
Your cousin's grandfather's uncle's gardener was Irish, which gives you the right to solicit affection from strangers.
Who you think you're fooling?
Few men are brave enough to use a bad pickup line. Only you are brave enough to say it, put it in writing, and wear it on your chest.
Look at me.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Patty's Day pickup artist. You have high standards when it comes to women. Anyone who can read.
Mr. Kiss Me I'm Irish pin wearer.
Bud Light.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Dude, that was so funny when I heard it. All right, one more, we'll get out of here.
That was great.
Oh God, yeah, dude, I was cracking up.
Paul, I'm with you on that. I was 13 when we got demolished by the Cowgirls in the Super Bowl. I'm a grandpa now.
Oh, terrible.
Ouch.
Yes. All right, last one of the night. Here we go, Mikey. This one's a video.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Horse-Drawn Carriage Driver.
Mr. Horse-Drawn Carriage Driver.
You start your day with a tip-tip and a cheerio, which is odd because you're from Brooklyn.
Jolly old Brooklyn.
While most people sit behind a desk, you proudly sit 2 feet behind a 4-legged manure factory. No one knows the guts it takes to ride the subway to work dressed as a foppish dandy from the 18th century. Blaring horns, profanity, vicious insults, all met with a courtly tip of your stovepipe hat. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, buggy boy, because the way you say giddy up makes us say, whoa. Bud Light beer.
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, dude, I love those, man. Anyways, Bill's Mafia, man. We appreciate you guys rocking with us tonight. The chat was lit. Chat was lit tonight. You guys brung it. You carried us tonight for sure. And Mikey, appreciate you coming on as always.
Yeah,
you're my best co-host a guy can have.
Except when I'm not here and you replace me.
No, you'll always be here. So this week, what we got going on, Mafia Talk should be on tomorrow at 8. Just look for the notification. And then me and Mikey will be back on Friday. As you guys know, I'll be on at 8 p.m. Mikey will join me at 9. And then that's it. Saturday AFC Shakedown. So we appreciate you guys. Once again, we love y'all, and we're out of here. Go Bills. Peace.
Go Bills.
Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let